So students, today's class, I'll start the explanation from the inheritance topic. Okay, what is inheritance? You all have learned in your C++ language also, if I'm not mistaken, or else no problem. What is inheritance is, in simple words, let there be two classes. Suppose there are two classes. One class is the parent class and another class is the child class. So the child class will have all the properties whatever are available in the parent class. Okay. So that concept is termed as inheritance. Means the properties of the parent class will be inherited by default in its child class. That is inheritance. So over here, we will be using that word for the parent class as superclass. And for the child class, we'll be using the word subclass. You all remember this. Okay. So now you can see here, inheritance is one of the cornerstones of OOP because it allows the creation of hierarchical classifications. Okay. So using this inheritance, you can create a general class that defines some common traits to a set of related items that can be inherited by more specific classes. Okay, this point you will understand from this particular chapter, inheritance. This one, the whole chapter is with this point only. Okay, so in the terminology of Java, a class that is inherited is called superclass, means the parent class, and who is inheriting, that is the child class, is called the subclass. Okay, now I will show you over here one example of inheritance basics. Okay, so I have copied the program over here. As you can see in this particular program, you can see line number 2 there is class A, and at line number 9 you can see another class B. So you can see the word class B extends A. What do you mean by class B extends A? Means the class B is a child of class A. That is the meaning. Okay, so over here you can see the class A has got the two variables I and j. The meaning of class B extends A means B will also have I and j. Though you can see in this one, there is no ij written over here. But as the ninth statement is mentioning, B is extending A. So class B will also have I and j. You need not write in that. That is the concept of inheritance. That is, class B is inheriting class A. Okay, now I will show you the execution. You can observe. Now see, at 18th line we have got the main class. So first we will compile this program, Java C space simple inheritance dot Java. See, it is compiled now. Now I will run the program. See, now you can see over here. It is displaying the output. Now students, please observe here. At line number 20, you can see super OB is an object at line number 20 of which class? Class A. Similarly, 21st line, that is 21st line, sub OB is an object to class B. Now, what is happening at line number 23 is super OB dot I means it will call the class A's. It will initialize the I variable of class A as 10. That is, this I variable is initialized with 10. Similarly, with 24th line, super OB dot J, that is, super OB is an object of class A. Same thing. So over here, this one also will initialize a variable J of class A. Now you can see super OB dot show IJ will invoke this method, and you all can observe that this is the output which is shown over here. I hope you all have understood. Then you see here sub ob dot I equal to 7 means it will call class B, and class B as class B's ith variable is initialized with 7, but it is not visible. But you don't get confused because it is with the statement extends A, B will also have I and J. You need not write. Okay, whatever is there in A class will also be available to B class. I hope you all have understood. So I, J and K of class B will be initialized with 7, 8, 9. Now students, listen here. Over here, you all can see at line number 33, it is going to call show ij of sub OB object. Sub OB object is an object to class B. So it will go to class B and it will call show ij. As again, same thing, there is no show ij, but it is available. Why it is available? Because B is inheriting from its parent, that is this method, will also be available to class B. Okay, then show k it will call this one. Then sub ob dot sum will call this one. I hope you all have understood this concept. I am again repeating, in this A, there are some variables and methods ij and show ij. One method is there with two variables. So that will be also available in class B. If you need not write in class B again. It will be available. So this is what is inheritance. Okay then students. Now, the next thing is member access and inheritance. Now, students, see here, see the name member access and inheritance. You all see the statement, what it is mentioned over here. Although a subclass includes all members of its superclass, as we have seen just now, but the next point, what it is mentioned here is that it cannot access those members of superclass that have been declared as private. Remember this thing. The private variables and members of a particular class cannot be inherited in its subclass. Like this. As you can see over here, there are two classes, class A and class B is extending A, means it is inheriting A. So whatever is there in class A will also be available to class B, but except this J variable. Why this J variable will not be available to class B? Because the J variable in class A is private. Remember this. Then next, now you see the execution, how it will move on. What I'll do is I will execute the program and I will show you. See, directly I will copy this. You all can observe. See now students, I have copied the program over here, textbook program only. I will compile the program. You all please see the compilation. After compilation, what message you will able to see. See, it is mentioning the error. I will provide the line numbers here first. You all observe what is after compilation we have got an error. What error it is mentioning? That at line number in access.java, line number 19, you have got error. J has private access in A, it seems. Okay. So you all see from how the execution starts is class 24th line access, sub OB is an object, sub OB dot set ij of 10, 20. Okay, so in B it will move and it will try to call set ij with the value 10 and 20. Okay, that is x will be 10 and j will be 20. So I and j will be initialized with the values as 10 and 12. That is fine. That is correct. Okay, that is. But after that, you all observe here. what it is going to do now. See, at 26th line, it is calling the sum method here. Sum method is available in which class, that you have to observe. Okay. Just a minute. Yeah. So sum method is available in the class B. So in class B, you are trying to initialize total with I plus j. Okay, j, I is okay. I is a variable with default access, but j is private to A. So j cannot be accessed in class B. So that is why it is giving you the error at line number 19. I hope you all have understood. Okay, I'm repeating again, just I'm going to give the summary of this program. What is this program is mentioning over here is, you can see that is in a class hierarchy, private members remain private to their class. Means in class A, there are variables I and j, and there is one method set ij. All will be implemented in class B. Why? Because it is extending A, but except that variable which is private, that is j. So j cannot be inherited by class B. That is why at line number 19 it is giving you an error. I hope you all have understood this. Now students, here the more practical example it is. Same concept of inheritance, the first program what you have seen. Okay, same concept is going to get implemented in this program. That is inheritance to extend box. Okay, I've copied this program already. I will show you what is the name of the main class. It is demo box wait. Say this program. Now students, see here, there is a class box starting from here till here. Okay, class box, and how many constructors this class box has got? One constructor, second constructor, and third constructor over here, and this is the fourth constructor. So there are 4 constructors in this class box. Okay, now you can observe after line number 37 there is another class box wait with the line. You can see at line number 38, class box wait extends box. Now in this class it has got one variable wait and one constructor at line number 41 with 4 parameters, box wait, WHDM. But remember, as the line 38 is mentioning, class box wait is extending box, means box wait is a child of class box. So whatever is there, means in this class box there are 3 variables and 4 constructors. So all of them also by default will be there in class box wait. You need not write, just write extends box, so everything will be over here. So what is the advantage of inheritance is, suppose if you have written this kind of a code in class box, same thing you want to write in box wait, you need not write everything. Just what you do is just write box wait extends box. So instead of you writing everything what is available in box into box wait, you need not write, just write extends box. So by default, box wait will have everything inside it. Okay, I hope you all have understood this. Okay, and the rest of the concept is same concept. I'm not explaining this program. Why? Because you have learned this in your previous chapters. Now you see in the textbook over here, another class color box extends box. So this has got one constructor color box with one variable color. But as it is extending box, means 4 constructors and 3 variables of box will also be available in this class color box. Okay, fine. I hope you all have understood this. Now the next is a superclass variable can reference a subclass object. Okay, this is the next topic. Okay, next topic is a superclass variable can reference a subclass object. Okay, so see here, Straight away I will take you to a particular point where this heading is explained. It is explained over here. See, plain box equal to weight. Okay, just see here, after the main method, what is this? Weight box is an object to what? To box weight. Remember this. Okay, and plain box is an object to class box. But students, as now, just now what I have shown you all, that is in this particular program, class box is the super class, whereas box weight is the subclass. So in this particular program, what is happening over here, that is plain box object. Plain box is an object of which class? It is an object of super class. That is, you can see. So what is this plain box is assigned with? It is assigned with another object. So weight box is an object of which class? Subclass. So that is only the heading. A superclass variable or an object can refer a subclass object. That is correct. Okay then. And for this one, students, what you all have to do is, you all have to straight away, if you want to understand, you need to have the knowledge of the starting of the class concept. I hope you all have understood. I will show you that thing, the diagram. See, it is there in class introducing classes, chapter number 6. This diagram that is. This concept we have seen just now. Okay. These students, this program, I will compile this program. I have already copied this program in my computer. The name of this is reference demo. You can see here, reference demo.java. Okay, same program I have copied. Okay, I will run the program. Or else what I'll do is I will compile the program, don't worry. See. Okay. It's giving an error at line number 17. Yeah. So it is a comment. Okay. I will explain that thing. But before that, I will make it as a comment. I will compile it now. You all see here. Now you see there is no error. What I did, I provided as a comment to 17th line, that I will explain. Don't worry. Now, if I have provided that as a comment, there is no error. And now I will run the program. You can able to see the output. See what is happening? Weight box dot volume means weight box is an object to box weight. In that it will go and it will invoke volume method. And you all know volume method will calculate the volume with particular dimensions. I hope you all have understood this. Okay, that is done. Then you see here, it is displaying the volume 105. Now, in weight box dot weight, in the class, that is weight box is an object to box weight. In that it will go and it will display weight, the value of weight. That is this thing. Okay, you all have to observe the program which is available here, students. In demo box weight, this is the program. what we passed from here, that it will give the values. Sorry, this one, 8.37. We are passing 357, 8.37 in box weight constructor. Where is the box weight constructor with 4 variables? Here. So WHDM from that particular reference demo. Okay. Reference demo, M is passed with the value 8.37. See, I'm clicking this particular reference demo. This reference demo is calling the constructor with 357, 8.37 over here. I've clicked this one now. So in this WHDM will be with those 4 parameters. So M will be 8.37. So now you see here. So this one is 8.37. Then after this is done, now you see plain box, that is the object of super class is assigned with the object of child class. So plain box dot volume, it is invoked and it is displaying the volume. See here. Same thing. Why? Because the parent class is assigned over here. The parent class is assigned with the dimensions of weight box, means this dimensions. Same dimensions will be passed to this plain box also, that is to the parent class. So the parent class is invoking volume method with same thing. I hope you all have understood. Now students, see here, the next thing is the 17th line. You can see 15th and 16th line, it is mentioning that the following statement is invalid because plain box does not define a weight member. Now this is the point you all have to observe here. Plain box, see here, plain box is an object to which class? To the parent class, that is box. Now in that you have to check whether class box has got a one variable weight. I'm clicking on this one. Now see here, the class box, how many variables? Width, height and depth. It is not having weight variable. So that is why if you remove this comment and you try to compile this program, okay, try to compile this program, you will get an error. Why you will get an error? Because plain box dot weight is not available. As I shown you here, see here, in class box only 3 variables are there, width, height, depth. Okay, I'm clicking this, there is no weight variable. So that is why it is mentioning at this line, that is variable weight is having an error. Why? Because it cannot find symbol. I hope you all have understood this, students. So this is very important. See here, this is the thing, that is a superclass variable can refer a subclass object. That is with the help of this thing. That is fine, but a superclass cannot access weight variable. Why? Because weight variable is not available. Weight variable is not available in superclass. Okay, students, I hope you all have understood this. A superclass variable can reference a subclass object. So suppose students, if this question comes now in exam, you have to explain whatever I have explained. You have to write everything whatever I have explained now. Okay, students. Now the next topic is superclass. Okay. What I want to do is I want to explain in detail again this one. So you all join again just now. Why? Because it is mentioning that few minutes are available. So I don't want to get interrupted in middle. So I will end this meeting and join again now.